footsteps of where the bad guy went and ignore everybody out here and get us to the end where the guy's hiding. That's to say that they're still hiding. So the dogs have to be very social, very agreeable, and very easygoing as far as the regular environment. The nice part about our dogs also is that if he does find somebody and it does turn into a use of force situation where we would have to deploy our dog on a bite, as soon as that is over, our dogs are trained to apprehend, they're not trained to attack. You'll never hear a police officer that works a police dog saying, I had him attack the guy, because that's not what they do. They're trained to stop and apprehend. He's 95 pounds. He does about 26, 27 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure nobody else can run that fast. Once he catches somebody, he grabs onto whatever it is he can get a hold of, and he just holds on. He doesn't bounce all over the place. He doesn't start biting everywhere that he can. He doesn't let go and bite somewhere else. All he does is grab and hold on. And I can speak from experience, 95 pounds of dog hanging onto a piece of your appendages will bring you down to the ground. So then you can no longer run, and then us old, fat, slow cops can catch up, and then we can take over. Watson's job is merely to stop the bad guy. Once we get there, we give them a command to release. They release because they will get a toy. As soon as the person's taken into custody, they get their toy and they're happy. And I guarantee that anybody that Watson has ever bit, 2 seconds later, they could come up and pet Watson and he wouldn't care because it's over. It's all done. He's got his toy. He's done what he's supposed to do, and this is just how he is. I have a 60, he's right about 60 captures right now, and out of those 60 captures, he's only had 3 bites. We have another handler that has approximately 115 captures in 4 years, which is incredible. But his bite ratio is only about 1%. So the stuff that you see on TV, there's a police dog show on Animal Planet, the amount of bite work that actually occurs in the Pacific Northwest is very minimal. California, Arizona, military, they train their dogs a little bit different because their purpose is different. They train a lot of find and bark type dogs, where they send a dog into an area, they do merely searches, and as soon as the dog finds somebody, they just latch on. That doesn't really fly in Oregon. Plus, it's not really a good use of the dog. We do a little more systematic. We have to be able to control our dogs. Our dogs, when we tell them to stop, even though they're chasing somebody, have to stop. Case law in Oregon says that once a threat stops using or exhibiting any type of resistance or any type of force, we as police officers also have to stop whatever force that we are using. Watson is considered a use of force at the point that I tell him to engage. So I have to be able to stop that, just like I have to stop swinging a baton, just like I have to stop using a taser, just like I have to stop using my hands. He has to stop just as fast as I do. We don't have a whole lot of room, and I don't have a bad guy with me today, but I'll kind of show you real quick how we do the whole stop thing. Now it's just a toy, but it's merely an example of how they want to do one thing, yet they have to listen to what we tell them because he clearly wants that toy. Oh, see, he thought he was going to get a go, but he had to listen. Goose. Up. Quads. No corn dog for you today. No corn dog today. Nope. You want that ball? Good boy. There you go. It's very minimal, but if we can't have our police dogs do just that, they can't do the hard stuff. They can't go chasing after a bad guy. They can't go socialize in a crowd. They can't go up and avoid a corn dog at a corn dog booth. They just can't do it. If you can't teach your dog to do a very minor obedience when it's something that they want, we're never going to be able to teach them to do the control work, the bite work, and the tracking stuff. So this is exactly where I start out testing dogs. When I go to select a police dog, I go and I look at 5 or 6 of them. The first thing we do is we walk into a kennel. I walked into a kennel with a strange dog. I look at him and they say the whole, you can read a dog by his eyes. Well, I look at Watson's eyes and it's just all cloudy in there. What are you thinking? Relax. And I carry a ball. And if the dog is more interested in a ball or a toy than he is in me, that is the first step that we use, because the dog has to be willing to chase and search. If a dog isn't willing to chase and search, he has zero drive. So we'll tell him to stay just like this, Flyven. And that'll be a real thick field or something, and we'll just tell them to go get it or search. And they don't really know what the command is, but they know they want that toy, so they're going to do whatever they can to find it. And Watson spent 5 minutes looking for the toy the day I selected him, and he went and went and went. I knew he was a keeper. I didn't want a black shepherd. Where's that shepherd that was sitting? Ah, right there. Right there is your perfect coloring shepherd that everybody thinks of when they think of a German shepherd. I was saying I want a gold saddled, black-backed German shepherd with nice pearly teeth, big old pink ears. And I got Watson, and I looked at him, he's black. I said, you're black. I can't see you at night. I can't see. You don't look good in pictures because you always blend into my uniform. I don't want him. But he was the best out of the bunch, so I said I'm going to give it a shot. Watson is by far the best police dog I've ever had. I don't know what to say. He's phenomenal. And we have now three black German Shepherds in the Beaver Police Department. Every one of those is phenomenal. We have one that's a standard marking. Officer Magnus, his dog's been around almost the longest, and now we have to tell him that, he's not a real police dog because he's not a black police dog. But they're incredible. I don't know what the difference is by the coloring. The teeth are bright and white and shiny and a little intimidating, so that's always fun. But his social ability and his interaction with people and myself is just incredible. I have a 6-year-old. His job is to feed Watson every night. Well, Grant will go out there, open the cage. Grant says, "Watson, Watts!" Watson really doesn't listen to him, but he wants the food, so he knows if he lays down, he'll get the food, and boom, off they go. So I can train anybody to teach a police dog to do something. After we select them, they come back and we run them through a course. The hardest part of training a police dog is training the cops to go with them, because we have